Good evening, good evening. Welcome back to Landscaping to the Point. I am your host, Scott. We have JC, my co host, and Josh. I don't know where Josh is. He left us on, it's been a long time since we've been on. Hopefully, everybody's been doing good. We are live on Instagram. We are live everywhere and anywhere else that you want to listen to us and watch us. So, hopefully, you guys are all going to join us. It's been a while. It's a middle of the week. Actually, it's a Tuesday. So
Yeah.
we were on Sundays, but we've been busy for the last couple of Sundays with Mother's Day, Easter. I mean, it's been all over the place. And then the spring alone. I mean, that's always something going on that's different and difficult sometimes with all our busy schedules. So, but welcome everybody that's watching. And so how's it been, JC? I mean, we're back together, you and me. At least you and me. I mean, Josh, I don't. He's lost. He's lost. Josh, I don't. If you can hear me, Josh, you got to pick up the phone and just jump on. I don't know what you did wrong, but maybe you're trying to kill people. I don't know what's going on. I mean, maybe you're running from the cops. Who knows where you've been, but we want to know, Josh.
He'll be on. He'll be on tonight.
I know he will. He'll be on. We'll be on here soon. But
Yep.
So it's been a crazy busy season. I just did a little YouTube story. If anybody's been watching it, in the cab with Acme. We're on week 6 or 7. I can't even think half the way straight already, and it's just the beginning of the season. But we've had a lot of rain. I don't know about everybody else, but man, we got literally 2 inches in one day, and it's been kind of on and off rain. Right now, it's raining. It's actually been raining since about 4:30 today, and it's just weird because like last night it rained all last night from midnight till 5 in the morning, and you wake up, everything's wet, and you're like, great, this is going to be a great day, and then it was like almost 80 degrees today, so it kind of warmed up quick and dried out, which is actually good for us, but the grass is long, man. I mean, I cut my grass last week and it was only a week and 2 days, and my whole backyard was probably 10 inches thick, tall, right, that I had to cut off, and it was just like I have to cut it low because I'm trying to get it just perfect, but man, sometimes it's like, what do you do with all that stuff? Do you bag it, or do you like mulch it up a couple times and blow it? But it's hard to decide on what you do with it. Josh, what do you do with your grass when it's really long like that? JC,
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like you're kind of like it's a double-edged sword. Do you bag it? Do you mulch it? I mean, with the way it is now and the amount of rain that we've had and how crazy the grass has been growing, you're in that situation where it's either going to clump on you or it's going to clog your bagger. So it's like you kind of have to deal with it. I mean, maybe you have to go through a few more passes, but yeah, it's definitely one of those circumstances where you're kind of left figuring something out. The rain that we've had, it's been crazy. I hope it's not a repeat of last year. I know last year, like every weekend, we've had rain, and I don't know about you guys over where you're at in your neck of the woods, but for the next 5 days on our weather indicator, we are scheduled to have rain nonstop for 5 days. So it's been tough, but yeah, it's crazy.
that's a lot of rain in 5 days too. If you really think about it, I mean, sometimes it's like, even if it's a quarter of an inch, that's a lot in 5 days. That's over an inch, and it's like, what are you supposed to do at that point? It's like you said. I think sharpening our blades every day is one of those things, and what are you supposed to do at that time? We have Joel Barbosa Jr. Joining us down below. Joel, what's going on? How you doing, Joel?
Paso, bitches.
Yeah, what's going on? So we were just talking about all this thick grass and all this rain that's going on. How are you handling it, Joel?
I don't know. I haven't cut my lawn yet, so not very well. Fucking. Actually, I just got. I went out. That's why I'm running late. I had to walk the dog because I went to Lowe's. I had to buy a toilet because I had a toilet break in the house. And while I was there, I got another Toro mower and a Husqvarna weed whacker for the house. So
Wow, nice. You're living it up big. Got
big,
yourself a
big time.
Toro, a Husqvarna, and a toilet. Man, what kind of
Yep.
toilet did you get? I got to know exactly what kind of
He has
toilet
the
you
one
got.
that tickles his butt after he's done.
You know what? I just got the bidet. I got one, dude. That
I
shit's
told
fucking
you.
crazy, dude. Oh, dude.
Yep.
It's a little fruity, but fucking man, like yeah,
You
cleans
know what?
the piss.
I can't talk smack because when I was in Japan, that's what they have over there, and yeah, I'm not ashamed to admit those are actually pretty cool.
Like, hey, dude, you clean, super
Yeah.
clean.
Clean all the
The
time.
only thing is, you keep it on too long, your butthole gets like raw because there's not a thermostat on the toilet. It's just fucking cold water that shoots. It's filtered, but it's not. It's cold
Why don't you
water.
put a heater on it? Can't you put a heater on it?
I'm
The
sure you
seats,
could.
you can get heated seats. Yeah.
That's what you need, Josh. That's what you need, a heated seats, man.
I take naps in the bathroom as it is. That would be horrible for me.
Just don't keep hitting that flush button while you're taking a nap.
There's no courtesy flushes in my house. Is he crazy?
So do you save water by that, or do you use more water? Is your water bill like $400 every 2 weeks, or what?
I haven't gotten it since the bidet was put in. I'll let you know.
Oh man, wow. So how did you break it? Did you fell over drunk and hit the head on it and busted the toilet? Is that
No,
what happened?
I think one of the kids slammed back on the seat and cracked the porcelain on the tank. But then it ran through. That was on the second floor, and it ran through all the first floor drywall down to the basement. So
Oh, that sucks. Yeah.
I have an eventful night tonight. I'll tell you that.
Oh, I bet you're gonna have to do a lot of cleaning and drying, and oh my gosh, that sucks.
Oh, I'm just gonna cut the drywall out and fucking replace the drywall. I'm not gonna bother with the kills or nothing. Fuck it.
Your house is older too, so you probably got a shitload of probably old insulation too that you're probably gonna have to replace too, probably.
You have all that like horsehair plaster.
Yeah, this house is all they're I think they're called lathe walls. They're the steel in the wall and then the horsehair plaster. So it's like a fucking nightmare to do anything with them. So at that point, you cut everything out. There's not really any studs, and then you have to I mean, you can see, even the framing they did back here was just kind of thrown up for what they had. So
Wow.
nothing
That's
16 inches on center. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, no crap. That's a lot. That's a lot, but I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do. I mean, everybody has to do that kind of stuff, make sure it looks good and do it the right way afterwards. So yeah, that's it. I get it. You're doing a real good job on refixing that house up. It's gonna be worth its weight in gold when you get ready to sell it down the road. So,
Yeah, baby.
oh yeah. So okay, so on your regular lawns, what do you do with all this rain? Are you like skipping lawns? Are you trying to get them done as fast as possible, or how do you guys do this?
No, good. The first couple weeks in the commercial stuff was a little tough, but we knew that. So, we went out and we knocked them out. It took a little bit longer. We don't have a lot of residentials. The few that we have, we're a week behind the start dates because of the rain we had the week prior. That sucks a little bit, but what we're doing is, we're putting the extra like 20, 30 minutes in, knocking them down to about 4. And then the next week, like this week, they went down and knocked them down to about 3.5. So, we're in pretty good shape. We picked up a couple, what I was mentioning earlier, we picked up a couple of, additional contracts that had longer grass that, take a few hours to take down, but for the most part, not too bad.
So I want to hear this story. I mean, I want to really know this.
First of all, hey, wait, before he starts the story, right?
Yeah.
This is number one. This is something that would only happen to Josh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hey, you gotta tag Nick Saint. Nick Saint wanted to get on this. I forgot to mention to him that we were coming on.
And then yeah, just like he told me this. He's got to tell a story. I'm not gonna ruin it. But I never knew that these places existed until he said this today.
Yeah.
Apparently, neither did I. But, all right, so last week I get an email from a property management company from New York, more of a smaller one, and the email said saying they represented a couple nursing homes in the area, my service area, and would I take a look at these properties? She said, yeah, sure. So I went over. Long story short, I looked at the properties. They recounted the bid. We were awarded the bid, and I told them, I said, just because of the time that you approved it, we're busy. I said, so what I'm going to do in the meantime is trying to get the mowing under control. Whereas things were already high, and then we're gonna go circle back and do the cleanup in the next week or two. But we'll pick the twigs up and all that stuff. So very unfamiliar with these properties. We're kind of just jumping in. So today I'm running around, and one of the properties was on the schedule to mow today. I called my foreman. I said, go up there. I'll come up. I'll give you guys a hand. I got a weed whacker in my truck, and I'll try to speed you guys up. So I get up there. They're making good time, and I said, all right. You want me to weed whack? He said, I jump on the weed whacker, start moving around. So I'm doing this whole perimeter. I'm banging this shit out. When you get in the zone on a weed whacker, you get in this fucking laser vision, tunnel vision. You know what I mean? So I'm going around, and there's a courtyard in the area, like out back there. So I'm like, all right, courtyard hasn't been done in a while. I'm like, the beds haven't been edged, we haven't touched them. I said, let me come in here and at least like line edge the beds a little bit and go around the perimeter, knock things down, and then I'll have the mowing guy come with the mower. So I'm in there going fucking hair. What was my I like to make it sound like I'm on a rice burner, like
I got a question. Were you making that noise while you're weed whipping?
I was probably swearing because at the same time I turned the weed whacker upside down the line edge and I'm kicking shit up in my fucking face. So knowing me, you fucking cocksucking motherfucking butt. So I'm moving around and I'm loving life at this point. I'm just killing it. And as I go, I turn, I see a lady with like a baby stroller and like this little small patio with a it's not a pavilion. What do you call whatever? We'll call it a pavilion for right now.
Like a gazebo or something?
A gazebo, exactly. Yeah, a gazebo. And gazebo with no base but a patio bottom. And I'm like, all right, so I'll go easy and then I'll probably knock it off. She has a baby stroller there. So I'm doing it and I look over. I said, oh, it's not. I'm like, she's got a fucking gurney over there or something. So it looked like maybe she was just out there. I don't know if maybe she's brought a patient. So I'm still going and I turn around and I look and you guys are old enough and probably experienced people when they're sick, end of life, how shrivel and small they can get. So I didn't realize there was a patient on this gurney. It was probably someone end of life, very small. That's why I couldn't see him. So I go, oh fuck, like crap. Shut the weed whacker off. I'm like, I'm so fucking sorry. I'm sorry. And they go running over there, and I figure, they're just out chit chatting. I'm like, I don't want to be disrespectful. So I'm going through that. The other guys that were weed whacking, I said, don't go back there. Talk to the foreman before anything. At the same time, I go up front to talk to the foreman. I get a phone call from my wife about this fucking water leaking through the basement. My daughter calls me, actually, and I just see water coming down into the basement. So I'm like, can't stay. I got to get out of here. I said, just don't go in, like, check in the courtyard first. There was a couple back there. There was a family back there. I don't want to disturb them anymore. So I get a phone call halfway down 495, halfway home, and my foreman goes, yeah, he goes, good thing you apologize. I said, why? He goes, yeah, so apparently that's like that's like a what did I call it? A fucking
The sanctuary.
A sanctuary. And at this nursing home, they have that set up with the big bushes so that people can go home there for like tranquility and peace and prayer as they're passing. So this fucking woman was passing away as I'm back there. Fuck, going off and shit. This lady's daughter is probably like, Ma, I love you, blah, blah, blah. And then you just like all of a sudden fucking getting pecked with stones and shit, dude. So my fucking heart drops into my gut. And I'm like, oh my God, I feel like the biggest dick. He's like, yeah, they said something like, yeah, she just lost her mother while she was out. The lady passed away in the fucking courtyard. Oh my God.
Did they wait? Was that overgrown on purpose?
That's what I'm wondering.
There's no way it could have been. I mean, it's not like, okay, like when I say nursing homes, tranquility garden, whatever, sanctuary, you would imagine it's nice. Now go to something that's not like a fucking, $20,000 a month sanctuary or $20,000 a month nursing home. These places are usually pretty shitty. I just think they haven't maintained it. I don't think that it was overgrown on purpose. There is a turf and it's very defined bed areas. I just know it. And you know what's fucked up? I had to go into the fucking corridor to ask for the fucking key, and no one said, "Hey, there's a woman out there about to die on the fucking patio. You might want to give it a few minutes." This lady gave me the fucking like, just like I want to fucking Stone Cold Steve Austin you right now, dude. And I'm like, oh shit, like I feel bad. I interrupted their moment, like and I've been there with like my grandmother and family friends and shit. But then my foreman's like, yeah. So when we see people back there, we gotta check first because apparently that's like a norm here. That like they'll bring them out there to pass away.
Dude,
Wow.
she must have thought you were the real Grim Reaper.
Wow,
Like,
dude.
were you
Dude.
wearing a black shirt?
I was wearing this shirt. Oh, actually, no, I had on a safety vest though.
Oh wow. And what kind of can I ask what kind of weed whip did you have when you were walking by?
Dude, so I just switched over to Red Max, and the Red Max just sound like a fucking Honda going down the fucking street, like one of those ripped out Hondas. They're loud. I'm like, god damn.
What's
Wow.
what's the tool that next time go in there with a Sith?
Yeah.
Going there with a what?
What are those tools that the Grim Reaper has? A Sith, a Sith.
Oh, the little fucking side thing. The fucking.
You cut the grass,
Yeah.
the long blade. Walk in with one of those and do the maintenance with that.
Well, apparently they didn't cut the grass. The woman was still back there, and the foreman just went back with a little handheld blower and fucking blew off the fucking clippings. Oh, Doug, I know it's not a big deal, but man, I feel like a dick because you have to understand when I go into something hard, man, I go into it, man. Like I'm fucking like, let's get this fucking done.
Right. Dude, that just had to be. That's one of those things that I think you don't prepare yourself for, anyways. And then to be able to be back there, even if she wasn't going there to like pass away, and it's an old folks' home, let's say, and you're back there, and there's somebody sitting there, like you don't know what to do. You're kind of like you said, you're probably like, shit, I gotta stop what I'm doing because I don't want to hurt the person that's back here.
What's fucked up is because you have like these two barberry bushes that are huge in front of the gazebo, and the gazebo slightly has like a lattice on it, so it's not like you can like dead on see if someone's back there. So when I walk back, the gates are all locked, so the only access is from the hallway doors inside. So like again, I'm not familiar with the property. I mean, at the end of the day, I didn't fucking know. You know what I mean? Not the end of the world, but it's just kind of one of those oh shit moments. Fucking.
Oh yeah. I mean, I used to do a property back 20 years ago that literally just kind of like that. You had to walk through the whole building with a weed whip and a 20-inch just to mow the property. Mow a little section of grass in the middle all atrium area, and it was like and it was an old folks home, and you had to walk through this with all this equipment. And you're like, really? Do I have to walk through this whole thing just to mow this grass? Who decided to grow grass there? Like, couldn't you put rocks back there, or make it accessible outside? Like, that kind of sucks sometimes. Like,
but Jensen definitely hit the nail on the head where everybody agreed that was definitely a Josh moment.
Yeah,
like 100%. That was a fucking Josh moment.
Dude, that could be like we were talking off the air before we came on live, and we're discussing that story that you said to us this morning about that. Like that's like an episode of Curb Your Enthusiasm, Seinfeld or something. Like you should have your own like TV show of just the stuff that happens to you on a daily basis.
I'm telling you, if I actually had like a TikTok and like filmed myself on the daily, I'd probably be fucking popular.
Nope. Yeah.
Rock isn't cool because of the stupid shit that happens. Like,
yeah. Wow. So you're into what? 2 weeks right now, or first week of mowing right now?
I don't know. I mean, if you look at the residential, second week, most of the commercial was we started bi-weekly in April for some of the commercial. May's been bi-weekly, and then June 1st. Some stuff it's like 50-50. Some of the stuff is bi-weekly for April and May, and then June everything goes to weekly except for like 3 or 4 properties that are bi-weekly, commercial properties that are bi-weekly. Oh, you want to know another one? And a lot of people will fucking pawn with me on this. So we got a Walmart we picked up from a company here. Those are the bi-weekly ones. We picked up like 4 of them kind of throughout our range of service area. And another one where I go, you know what, I'm going to show up, and this one was overgrown. This one hadn't been cut, and this one we almost dropped them because the contract was supposed to start April 16th, but the POs weren't released fast enough, and we actually were on the way to tell them via email, like, hey, we're going to drop these because this is getting ridiculous. Like, you're trying to get a few extra cuts out of us for free because there's no cleanups on the property. There's no extras. So it's like you show up if it needs a cleanup. So anyway, we're rocking and rolling. We got 2 or 3 mowers going, 2 or 3 weed whackers going, and I'm feeling it. We're banging things out, making good. Long story short, I go around and I'm usually pretty good at spotting. I got on my fucking hat. I got my glasses on. I got my safety vest, brand new, nice black one with the fucking nice reflective stripes. And I finished mowing this area. And I go, all right. I said, there's a small area where I couldn't really get in there with a mower. I said, I'll just weed whack it real quick and then blow it out, and then we'll be gone. I'll get everybody and we'll get out of here. I go in there and I'm taking small swipes. I don't want to kill my weed whacker. Small swipes. Dude, in my fucking mouth, dude. Like the runniest pile of dog shit. Dude, this hasn't happened to me in years, dude. Bro, it's one of the things I got so mad I was getting ready to just fucking smash the weed whacker off the closest thing to me, which was a fucking car. Like, just like a fucking dude, in a fucking fit. I get on the fucking big ass mower, fucking doing like 20 across the parking lot, like fucking motherfucker, fuck. Go over to the car, dude. I'm stripping off my shirt, my hat like a maniac. I got this giant gallon of water I'm dumping over my head, hand sanitizer. I keep extra shirts and stuff in the car. Dude, I threw everything out, and I'm like, I go to everybody, I'm like, you done? They're like, almost. I'm like, we're fucking done now. I was like, we're fucking done. I was pissed. It hasn't happened in a while, so that was a bullshit moment, too. I wasn't too happy about it.
Wow. Dude, that sucks. That really
When
sucks.
did that happen?
Yeah.
Friday?
Jeez.
Thursday, Friday? Yeah. Why I start fucking mowing lawns because of shit like this. Fucking.
Oh shit! So that sucks, dude. I hate to say it. Yeah, that sucks.
Pun intended.
Yeah. Oh shit! So what else has been going on with you guys, though?
I mean, I can't top that.
No, I can't top it.
I didn't kill anybody this week, and I didn't have a piece of dog shit explode on my face.
Yeah. Well, I got one for you, Josh. You'll be happy of me. I showed you that we got 63 yards of black mulch into our place, and then last week we got that 2 inches of rain, and where our mulch sits, it floods.
Oh.
So we had
Oh no.
Yeah, we had a 10-yard mulch job, black mulch to do on Friday, and I got the tractor stuck 3 times. Just trying to get as much mulch as we could out of there, dude. It sucked ass, dude. And there was nothing we could do.
How you gonna correct it?
Well, we found a little bit of higher area, and I'm gonna actually make a concrete pad for it over in that area for next year, and just kind of make sure we get enough stone down in there. Because even when the dude dropped it, he was like, yeah, this area where we're dropping it, and he goes, it's kind of soft, so he goes, you're probably gonna have to like build it up with stone. And when we got that rain, I brought in a couple loads of stone just to try to get in there and push it down, and it just sunk right it went right through that stone like nothing. So I'm like, yeah, I got to bring in more stone and then make a concrete pad for it. I think that's going to be the easiest thing, really. So yeah, it just sucked because you're like, really, I need to get this mulch out of here today, and I can't get this mulch out. We spent like literally we got stone, we got pallets, we had plywood down. I mean, literally, it just kept sinking, and we busted like through like plywood like crazy. I'm like, dude, this is just ridiculous, dude. It sucked. We got the job done, but it was a couple days later. But I mean,
you got it done.
And actually, I went back there Monday to finish up what we didn't get done, and I finished it up. And the homeowner came home, and he goes, I didn't even remember if I had told you to do my backyard or not. He's like, so I'm pretty happy now that you did the backyard. And I was like, yeah, we were trying to do it Friday and get it done, but we just had some other things that was just pushing us the wrong way. And he's like, oh, no worries. I thought you guys were done on Friday and that you weren't doing my backyard. I thought I didn't contract you guys to do the backyard. And I was like, no, we talked about it before. So I wanted to make sure we got back out and finished it. So, yeah,
And it got it done.
But yeah. So that was a nice experience. Not as good as your two experiences in the last week, but
yeah, those are fucking great.
Oh shit. So it's been a long time. It's been a freaking month. Did you guys have a good Easter? Good Mother's Day?
Have we not been on
Yeah.
before Easter? Holy shit.
Easter. Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
Not that I remember when the fuck Easter
A month
was,
ago?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah,
Like
Mother's Day, I
Fridays
guess,
in a
was all
month.
right.
Come on.
Yeah, Mother's Day.
Yeah. So are you carrying more mulch in your place again this year, Josh?
I should be, but I can't. We're moving at some point. Whether that's June or July, I don't know. So I'm trying to be careful what I bring in for inventory because we already have a lot of stuff to move. So I don't want to have to move a lot of material. Once we get set, I'll figure that out. But there's still the land we're moving to is still being developed as far as grading and pitch and millings and stuff. So once that's all said and done, I'll probably bring some concrete bin blocks over and maybe leave, hemlock and black there, and then put a machine to load over there while we still have the other place because it's getting the timing's just
Are
kind of
you
getting
moving
messed up for
closer
everything.
to your way, or really?
Further, I'm moving. So now we're like 2 exits from the New Hampshire border. So we're gonna be a little closer to going towards Boston on 93 now. So if you know the area, we'll be closer to the Wilmington, Mass line.
So is that closer to a lot of your jobs, or?
For the most part, yeah. I mean, the majority of our stuff is Boston and Metro Boston.
Okay, so a lot closer for that, then, pretty much.
Easier, yeah. One less highway to go to. Response time's better. We're gonna scale back quite a bit in the winter, and it actually it's kind of a direct shot from the site, the bigger site that I manage in the winter, and we'll do a little bit more with that. So it's also the area we're in, we can't really expand. It's in kind of a residential area. We were going, it's all contractors. There's a big Pfizer scientific company. There's one massive contractor that's in Massachusetts. It's over there, so they're kind of used to the noise and the traffic. So
nice. So is it bigger than what you have now? Square footage?
It will be. Yeah, we're gonna take about 10,000 square feet.
Nice. You have a.
I mean, right now we're squeezed into 2. We need 4, so we're gonna take 10 to count for expansion, and then for more material for next year.
Nice. Will you have a shop or no?
No.
You're gonna get one of those?
No, but I get more potential to build something there if we want to. The goal is to try to find something that we can, some commercial land that we can buy, but that's proven to be hard.
Right, it always is.
So the city where I live. I'm considering doing something as far as I'm considering. I just got a text message from somebody I wasn't expecting it from. I'm considering doing a material yard down by in the city I'm in, but it's expensive down here too. Or in the city is expensive.
Right. Well, I imagine you guys are in Boston. A lot of stuff is more expensive. So, I mean, commercial land's probably outrageous to buy in the first place, and renting probably sucks too. I mean, that's got to be one of the hardest things too, with renting property and all that stuff. So, I think if you're, like you said, being in more of a commercial area, that's probably going to be the best thing for you anyways than being in more of a residential neighborhood area than anything. So
Yeah, it's just windows have eyes type thing where it's you got trucks going in and out, coming and going, and at different hours of the night, especially in winter, where at least this way it's quiet. I do like where we are now for safety reasons. Like again, because windows have eyes, it's a lot more. Um, More people watching everything what's to happen. Right here, you don't have anybody.
right. But you could probably put up some of those Wi-Fi cameras and stuff to hopefully get you more security there that you need. I think that's one of the best things to have. Is I mean, having security anywhere you're at is the best thing to have because you know, I've been at places that didn't have security, but it was more commercial, kind of like what you're saying, and I mean, nobody had security, and anybody could come in there and break in any of the commercial lots and just take anything they wanted at any time. So,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
Yeah, especially like nowadays, the security systems are so much cheaper than they were.
oh yeah,
Easier to run up to.
yeah,
Dude,
a lot
I
easier.
bought trail cams off of. I don't know if I showed you guys the photo from over the winter, but I bought trail cams solar powered off of Amazon. Holy, I use them when I have the lots in the winter. Some of you guys shots fucking unbelievable. For like
Right.
$150 a cam, and then like call it 200 with the solar panel a piece.
That's not bad though, actually. Yeah. I mean, if you go with like Blink or anywhere else, I mean, or Arlo or something like that, you're cheaper, but something like that you don't have ability to charge it, on top of that, and if it's got solar, dude, that's not bad for $150.
Put it this way.
Actually,
So I ran batteries in mine. I put them up in December, and the property throughout the winter varied between, we'll call it 39 and 29 degrees from December to into January. The battery was dead. Now I haven't changed the battery since January, right after here. I'm gonna look at that for a second and go to my app, and I'm gonna tell
And his
you.
battery died now.
Oh, where
yeah,
is
he's
it?
got always.
Yeah. Yeah. My battery hasn't died since. Oh, it died now.
It
Yeah,
dies.
it's not my internet connection. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always your internet connection,
Well,
man.
turn your light on.
Maybe it's your light. Yeah, turn your flashlight on.
Of course, I'm gonna make an ass out of myself because I can't find the app now.
Josh, we can't see you.
We can't see you now.
You're not supposed to see me. I said I'm gonna leave the chat. They didn't listen to me. So devices. Okay, so here we go. So I haven't I haven't changed these batteries since I put the solar panel up. There are batteries in them. It's like 6 AA batteries, and I put those in probably around January 2nd. With the solar panel charge station, it's at 98% right now. So that's what, 5 months?
Yeah, that's pretty good, dude. Actually, that's pretty good.
Right. So it's not leaving a charge. Granted, it's actually under a tree, so there is some shade in there too.
That's not bad at all, dude. I mean,
What kind of
But I
cameras are they? Blink?
No, it's a trail cam. It's not even like a doorbell. What's the name of it? It's like hold on, I gotta find it. It's like Multair or something. Hold on.
But is it connected to your Wi-Fi?
So you do have to purchase a Wi-Fi plan, which is like I mean like $12 a month, $8 a month or something. And but it's like unlimited pictures, unlimited video, or something like that. And we don't. I mean, I don't use it during the summer. It's for the winter. And the only time I check it in the winter is for the freeze over or when the storms are starting. So like, I live an hour from the property that I manage. With that camera's on site, so that way it allows me to start calling the guys in to say, hey, it's 11 o'clock at night. It's starting to stick. Be there within an hour. Rather than going down there and sitting down there for 3 hours waiting. At least I can see it. Plus, I can see the refreeze. I can if there's a squall coming in that just popped up on the radar, I can log on. I can check it too. It's great because I mean, if you go to the I forget the company, but a lot of those weather stations we talked about before. So the
Right.
weather stations for like a basic camera, it's like $650 a year. And all it is a basic camera that I think might have a defrost option. This one will freeze up. It's again it's a $200 setup, so it does freeze up. I don't have anything fancy to prevent it. Again, if I'm on site, I don't care. That's usually when it freezes up. It's the day after, right before is when I want to see it. So 650. For the companies that do the weather stations, that's not even a weather station. That's just an inspection camera. The ones with the weather stations that actually use the infrared thermometer and will check moisture and freezing ground temperatures, about $2,500 a year. So it's kind of like a little steep for me on that. Like, I don't want to spend that type of money. That would have been close to 15 grand for all the fucking properties. Whereas I was like, you know what, I'm gonna buy 4 of these cameras for different properties and see how they worked, and they worked out great. Not
Yeah.
perfect, but for what we needed them for, they're great.
I think the weather stations are good, but I looked into them at the one company, and dude, I think it was like for the season they wanted you to pay up for the whole season, and it was like $3,000. And
Yeah.
I couldn't be spending $3,000 just to have that weather station with a camera out there to be able to see, 24 hours a day on what's going on the site. I think
Really cool technology, extremely cool technology. If you can't get your ass to the site
right.
and you
I,
need a
I think
check,
it is, but I mean, for like what you're saying, like for what you paid, 150, plus $20 a month at that. I mean, shit, I'd be willing to put that out there because literally, you put that on a site where you want to take a look at it. Like I have some sites that are, 30, 40 minutes away. I'd rather put something like that out there and be able to see than, have to know, I can tell what temperature it is outside by looking at, on the weather channel and see what, watch the radars and all that other stuff. But, be able to see exactly on the site and seeing what's going on in that site instead of, having to rush all the way over there and say, okay, I rushed all the way over here for nothing, so I think that's, compared to $3,000 a month, or $3,000 a year, like what you're paying out there, that ain't that bad at all. So
it did the job. And like I said, it's not like I can't go to the sites myself or have someone that manages the site check them. These were more or less to kind of give you a heads up of what your site conditions were if you had to step away from the site. Again, we're in Metro Boston, we're in the North Shore, we're in Merrimack Valley, which is northwest of the
right.
city. So we cover kind of an area where, the storm ranges change drastically through each one.
Yeah, I think but it changes anywhere, wherever you live, unless you're literally living in that same area as where you're mowing or plowing. I mean, stuff can change within a couple miles. So, I mean, I think having that peace of mind, like you did this year, helped you out tremendously, didn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, I mean, for what you paid for it, I think it's a good plus. And then, like you said, you move to a newer place, you could throw a couple of those up, and you got security for hardly anything a month.
Look, and that's the plan. And all I do is, again, these are hunting cameras, these are trail cameras. So all I did was just took the motion sensor off, and then I go in and request picture, request video, and that's probably what we'll do with the new places. We'll probably throw 3 or 4 of those around and just turn out the sensitivity.
Right.
And again, that might wear down on the battery. But again, if you get some good batteries up there, and then you put that solar panel in a spot where there's no obstructions. I mean, again, February was our coldest month. Like we were freezing in February, and I'm still sitting at 98%. And I'll tell you, that battery has not dropped under 96% since January.
Right. Well, I'll tell you what. I used to use Arlo a long time ago, and I tell you what, I could get probably 2 months, 3 months out of a battery, especially during the winter. During the summer, it was a little bit longer, but it always sucked because Arlo, you used to either have to plug in one of those solar panels or you had to bring it down and charge it. I think that was one of the downfalls of Arlo, is just being able to have to pull it down, charge it, and then put it back up, and make sure that you're sitting in the right position. So, if you can get a 5 months, 6 months out of a battery because of the sensitivity, like, it's worth it, dude. Definitely is.
That's a good topic of discussion. I know we're obviously talking about it now, but like, what are some high tech? Some technology you use to improve your business? Like, like Josh uses hunting cameras, and somebody else is using something else that's a different dynamic that helps your business. It's actually pretty cool ideas.
Yeah, it is. It is. I mean, it'd be interesting to see what everybody kind of uses, and what kind of interesting stuff. I mean, I know a couple guys that have those, what are they called? The driveway markers, where they ding your phone when people drive onto their property, so they know exactly when their guys get back to the property, or if somebody pulls up on their property, so that way that they know ahead of time before anything happens. So I mean, them are good advancements too. So
Yep.
that could be something you could look into too, especially if you move too. So
You can put the Apple tags on their equipment to track their equipment and stuff like that.
I have those.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I have a company. I use the GPS on the vehicles. You just plug it into the OBD2. You hardwire them, and I have them for the skid steers and the loaders.
So how does it work? Off of like a SIM card or something?
Plug it in. I pay for the cloud space, and it just runs to that and tracks it.
see, I used to use Momentum. Momentum was the same thing. You plugged it into the OBM, or and then or you could hook it up straight to the battery on your equipment. So
what I wanted to do for my, and again, it's overkill, but on some of the sites, we leave our pushers and our plows, and I'm considering over the summer welding like a little box that you can't open, to shutting it and throwing a Apple AirTag in those.
That'd be interesting, yeah, because I mean that's gotta suck with their boxes, because boxes are what, 10 grand, pretty much.
Good ones, yeah, man. So that's what I mean. I mean it's difficult for someone to do it, but I can listen. People are ambitious, man. They want something, they'll go fucking get it.
Yeah, they'll definitely will. I mean, it does something like that. If somebody really wants it, they ain't gonna stop them. I mean, especially think of all that scrap metal they got just sitting there on that box too. So, I mean, that's got to be some good money to haul away that. So, yeah, jeez.
Like, what do I got? I got 30 grand worth of pushes sitting in Cambridge right now that I'm petrified all the time that someone's gonna grab them. So I want to do something at least. They're chained up and stuff, but you never know. Again, like you said, someone's got a bad habit, man. They'll fucking find a way to get those things.
Can you see a junkie out there trying to lift something up and put it on a trailer, dude?
Yes, yes,
In Massachusetts, yeah.
yeah, bro. Like, dude, there's scrap yards out here that don't ask questions. Like, that's the thing. They will find. Like, that's what I'm saying. When there's a will, there's a way, dude. If you're fiending, dude, you're gonna find a way to do it. Hey, you got a little fucking meth into a guy, he'll push that bar under the trailer.
If you help me dig this up into the truck.
Scrapyards are like, that's the 40th catalytic converter I got this week.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, dude, that just. Oh my gosh! I know. I used to know a place that we used to take a bunch of scrap to, and they didn't check your ID or anything, dude. And I could just see that a lot of people used to go there all the time. They were always packed.
Oh, pawn shops are the most notorious.
Yeah, dude, they'd come in with shit that you'd see like them steel signs that said the street signs and all that, like bringing them in, like, hey, I need $5 for this street sign. Like, dude, we can't give you $5 for that street sign. Like, we know where you got it from. Like, geez.
I made it.
Yeah, dude, I used to do when I started doing this. I did a lot of, like, this is back when it was somewhat decent. Was property preservation with the foreclosed bank normal properties. I wouldn't touch them now, but man, those were the best, because when you took on the lawns and landscape, you had to take the whole property. And what you would get, especially, we did a lot in like Roxbury, Mattapan, and Lowell, which are, they're urban settings where, there's a lot of addicts that live in those areas. And they pay attention to the foreclosed home. But you would go in and you go to the basement, and the basement would just be fucking gutted. And they would just take all the copper out and everything. It's like fucking crazy, dude. And that's what I'm saying. Like, these guys would go in and, like, rip this shit down by hand. I would go into places they had radiators off, dude. They were bringing the scrap yards and fucking, especially in Lowell, dude. The amount of places, like, I went into a couple places that were pre-foreclosure that, like, they ripped out the radiators and the baseboard heaters, the electric heaters with the copper fucking feed, and then you go in and you would just see the fucking bevel from the floors buckling from being frozen cold. And those were always a cash cow for me because we'd go with the packs and just run packs all through the place and replace the stuff.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow. That's ridiculous, dude. I've seen some of that stuff go on, and it's just the way these guys get away with stuff is just amazing sometimes. Yeah. Wow. Okay. What's the worst thing besides the dog shit this year have you ran into out there mowing?
I don't mow a lot myself, so the dog shit fucking sucked, dude. I was a little bitch about that. I'm not gonna lie. Dude,
Right.
getting that shit in my mouth, getting it on my glasses and my hat was nasty enough. In my fucking mouth was like dude, no mouthwash. Like I instantly just wanted to brush my teeth. Like fucking gross, dude. Like just fucking like, dude. I don't even like picking up my dog shit. Never mind getting fucking somebody's nasty fucking mutt shit in my mouth.
Right. So, can I ask, do you have headphones that you listen to music while you're doing this, or do you have just ear protection that you know?
Depends if I remember them, but again, sometimes this day I knew that I was gonna go out and help out, so I had my JBLs. But on most days where I'm kind of running around doing other shit, I just have normal ear cans.
So, what were you listening to? Wrecking Ball?
Wrecking Ball? I usually put on like random mixes.
The Pony Club one. Pink
Taylor
Pony.
Dude, I like that song actually. Pink Pony Club.
Yeah.
That's the only part I know, but I like it. It's got a good tempo to it.
You were probably listening and singing it, then oh shit.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. Dude, come on. You're gonna tell me some of the tackiest music that you would never admit comes on, you know? Like fucking
He was singing it and then the lady died.
Yeah, he was singing it, dancing.
Dude, you know what the best thing? I'm not gonna lie, dude. You want some good pick-me-up music? Put on Justin Timberlake radio, and some of the most upbeat, happy shit fucking comes on, dude. It puts you in a great mood.
Oh, it does, dude. I think some really good songs come on, and some of those ones, like you said, with the great beat, you kind of get into them, and you're just like, yeah, you're out there weed whipping or mowing, and you're just going at it. Like you're just, like you said, you get in the zone because they have good songs on, and you're just like, whatever. And then that guy comes on, oh, no, time for a commercial. I pay
on Spotify to skip the commercials.
What do you have? You have Spotify?
Yeah.
I do Apple Music.
Yeah, I don't think I have Apple Music. I have Spotify, and I don't know how much is. My wife does it, but I got to the point where it was like, you can skip 3 songs, and then you couldn't skip for an hour. So I called my wife, and I'm like, "But get rid of that shit. Like, I can't do this. Like, I can't get stuck with it." And they always do it. They put, like, the worst fucking songs on. And it's like, God damn it. So I just pay to be able to fucking skip all day.
I think that's the best thing to do, though, because then you don't have to listen to any commercials or anybody talking or anything. Yeah. See, I got XM Satellite on my phone, so I think that's one of the best things I got, except for when
what the other people should be listening to is the Landscaping to the Point podcast instead.
Yeah. Yes, which we are on anywhere on Spotify, which Josh doesn't listen to our show afterwards. He could care less about our show, but
I don't like hearing myself. Fucking obnoxious fucking guy just talking like anybody gives a fuck what I'm saying. I don't want to hear that again.
Yeah, I know. I don't listen to myself either afterwards, but yeah, I get it. I mean, maybe this episode I'll listen to just so I can listen to your stories again.
I don't know. We still need a throwback of the WeScape podcast.
Oh yes, yes. Yes, we do.
Justin just wants my intro. That's all it is. He loves my intro.
Yeah, it's the most depth. Mathematics.
Yep.
Yeah, we need it. We need that intro. So yeah. But yeah. So guys, you can listen to us, like JC said, you can listen to us on Spotify, you can listen to us on Amazon, you can listen to us on Apple, or you can listen to us on Boots on Ground Radio. So anywhere you guys want to listen to us, you can listen to us, or you can watch us here on YouTube. You can even listen to us on YouTube, I think. So that's always a good thing. So
just close your eyes and you can listen to us on YouTube.
Close your eyes. You don't even have to watch it, dude. You could just turn it on and put your phone in your truck and listen to it, Bluetooth it. So, I think that would be the best thing to do. So
the people at sanctuaries listen to us too.
Just Play it loud when you go to the sanctuary next week.
God. Sorry.
Oh, so what is planned for next week, Josh? What do you got planned down for the rest of this week? Actually, let's go that way.
It's all raining this week. We got like 5 days of rain.
Yeah, I saw that, but not washouts though. So, it's pick and choosing. We got a lot of mulch going on. We're running behind. We got some projects we're trying to start. I have two dump trucks being built. The used dump trucks being redone and built. Hopefully, one of them's done next week, so we can put them into service. And we have projects and a lot of mulch going out. So we got a new guy starting tomorrow. Hopefully he works out, and then yeah, I don't know. It's pushing. I got to talk to Scott about making me some more T-shirts.
I'm always waiting for you to ask me. So has this guy got experience or no?
Nope, college kid.
No experience, huh? Wow. I think that's the best way is to have somebody that doesn't have experience than over somebody that has experience. Do you think?
Depends. If you put you either need someone with experience, like real experience, they can go out and do their things, and you can trust them. That doesn't need to be micromanaged, and that's hard to find. But yeah, I agree with the zero experience. It's easier. Start them from scratch. Move the fucking wheelbarrow. Do this. Do that. Till then.
Yeah, I think it's the best way because at least you have someone you can teach the right way you want to teach them over someone that knows something that they think is the right way compared to what you do it.
Yeah, or trying to reteach something people with bad habits too.
Right.
Yeah, don't go to the courtyard of fucking death when you're fucking weed whacking. That's what you're gonna teach people. What the fuck?
Oh,
The pit of
you're
doom.
gonna remember that every time, man. Every time you go over there. Oh, that's gonna be in your notes to the guys that go to mow that. Like, hey,
It was already called in today. Let everybody know. Walk that courtyard first.
Yep, walk it first before you start mowing. Jeez. All right, fellas. Well, we are done for this week unless you guys got any quick tips you want to throw out to anybody besides, don't mow courtyards with people sitting there or watch out for dog poop.
No, we'll be back on Sundays again, right?
Yep, we'll be back this Sunday. So look forward to us all on Sunday, guys. And never know what kind of stories Josh will have for us by then. He'll probably have a couple more stories by then. So be very, very interested. He's got some real good stories to tell us. So we'll have to have a story time every week with you, Josh. Story time with Josh. That's what we're gonna have to call it. So. But thank you to our sponsors, Cujo and Pro Parts Direct. If you need parts, go ahead, call them for some parts. Or if you need some shoes, contact Cujo. And JC, what's going on with our candle company?
Yeah, so actually I just got a shipment of some sample products. So I got Leaf Mania sent. Checking that one out, and then what's going to happen is there's going to be a variety pack available for sale with different landscape scents, mulch, freshly cut lawn, leaves, and kind of like related to our field. So look out for that. It's not out yet, but it will be out at some point. So just another shout out to Awesome Candle Corporation.
Yes, definitely. Awesome Candle Company for all your candle needs and some great smells. So that's all I got for today, guys. So we will see you this Sunday. We'll be back this Sunday. So we will see you guys